He's Australia's richest man, and Andrew Forrest is now putting his millions where his mouth is. In this exclusive interview with Dixie Marshall, he boldly reveals his plan to fix what he calls the embarrassing situation between Aboriginals and white people, and he's not using 1 cent of taxpayers' money.
He's a nuggety, pig-headed billionaire from outback WA who wants to create a nuisance. In this federal election year, Andrew Forrest plans to bully those politicians into seeing the Aboriginal issue his way.
Black fellas like white fellas can look after themselves. Give them the weapons to do that. Give them the education, give them the training. But this time, guarantee them jobs. If they commit, we commit. Okay? Not we'll look after you. That's all crap, Dixie, with enormous respect. We need to give them the weapons to look after themselves.
If you help me and I help you, think of all the things that we could do.
His message, using things like this music video: Aboriginal people don't need handouts, they need jobs.
We'll give you the...
Andrew, this has been a great passion of yours, the fight to end Indigenous disadvantage. Tell us how, though, you managed to get all of these big names uniting behind this cause that you're so passionate about.
I think all it takes is people to see how real it is to you. You say, this is what I'm doing. We are going to get there, but it's going to be so much easier if you come with me. And if you come with me, others will come with me. And in the end, if we do this right, every Australian can join this cause. We can say tonight the disparity has its clock ticking against it.
How do you know this will be the campaign to end it all, though, to make sure this is the last generation which suffers disadvantage?
You know, in everything I've done, I've always started at the end. Say, take Fortescue Metals Group, it's one of Australia's largest companies now. But it didn't start like that. It started with a vision of where we needed to be, about where Asia was going and how Western Australia and Australia could join that terrific growth. And then you step back to where we are now, right, the 19th of March 2010. So we started creating tens of thousands of jobs. We created this really high-class problem for government to have to handle, a huge demand-side pull from employers across Australia, big and small, the greengrocer, the carpentry firms, the big businesses, and they've all said, well, we guarantee, we covenant, right? We went covenant because biblically it's the strongest word you can give. We covenant to employ Indigenous people when they are trained, and we can match that training in with those jobs for the first time. You wrap training into jobs, you wrap employment into training, you then wrap the environment which leads kids to want to stay at school. They can see that job, it's guaranteed. So they stay at school because they have hope. Their parents may not have, their parents may have been on welfare, but their parents can give them the choice. So we wrap that into their final goal and we can guarantee them that goal.
You've got an aim to have 50,000 Indigenous Australians into work, into training and into jobs. Obviously there's support from the government for campaigns like this. Behind the scenes, though, what are you getting from the government to back you up?
You know, we have a lot of applause and a lot of cheering. We have a little bit of funding, but the funding for Generation 1 is entirely non-government. It is put together by people who actually did it a little tough themselves. You know, the Fox family, the Packett family. Jamie actually did it tough as a kid. Kerry Stokes did it really tough. You know, the Lowies came out as Hungarian Jews. They know what it's like to be isolated. All these families stepped up and said, Forrest, you're going to do this, we're coming with you.